Okay, hi everyone, hi again. So today we'd like us to start to read from the introduction of the Rav for a beloved of my soul. You know, we just finished Lag BaOmer, connecting with the root level and the seed level of the center with the. Just a second, you can't hear me? Okay. The seed level of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And we'd like to cleave ourselves back to the roots, back to the roots. We know that many times we say in Kabbalah, go back and learn again, Kabbalah 1, because we keep forgetting the roots. And in life, it's look like many things happening, right? But as we say in Hebrew, אותה גברת שינוי אדרת. The same lady, different dress. So because we're not changing in different areas, the light will give us different opportunities of different situations to maybe we might wake up and we'll see what we need to change. So usually we think everything is outside of us and not inside of us. But the truth is, everything is inside of us. This is the inner energy of us. We're just projecting our thoughts, projecting our movie out there. Take imagine you sitting in the cinema, the theater, and you're watching a movie. Where is the projector? It's above us, right? And then you see it's projecting on the screen and we can see the movie. This is the same way we projecting our own movie every day, okay? And then we think, oh, it's on the screen. No, but actually the movie is in the inside, right? In the projector, not on the screen. The screen just we projecting, we just see it. So also what happened with us, everything is built in, all of the movies that we're supposed to change, we're supposed to do our correction. And instead of like looking inside, usually we're looking outside. And this is why we're getting confused. And we're blaming people, blaming situations. So we need to go back to the roots, okay? And there is a very powerful, thing for us to go back to the roots. If we want to go back to the roots of the center, go back to the roots of why we're here, what we're doing here. Like remind ourselves to choose every day from the beginning. Like we start to talk about it, I think it was last week. We start to talk about it, about the Hilula for Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. That's a big opportunity for us to renew our vows with our spiritual work, with the center, with the Zohar. So the first thing the Rav says, and we want to connect with the power of Rav Brandwein to awakening that energy inside of us. He says he's not a rabbi, he is a Kabbalist. What does it mean he's not a rabbi, he's a Kabbalist? And the Rav says, Admor Zia Heir La'aretz V'Adarim Alea, that his teacher, Rav Brandwein, he shined the light down to earth and to everyone that live on earth. והתחיל את התנועה לקרב הרחוקים, and he started a movement. Rav Brandwein started a movement to do what? To bring people, to bring souls that they are far from the light, to bring them closer to the Creator, closer to the light. שעזבו לא רק עדתנו, אלא כבר הלכו לדתות זרות, that we know like many people, they try in different ways to cleave themselves with the light. And according to the Kabbalists, according Kabbalah, it's open for everyone, And this is the way, that this is the shortcut to cleave ourselves with the light of the Creator. We can do any other like religions or any other like ways we can try, but it can take us much more time to connect. I remember like it was different teachers that went, after the army, some of the soldiers, the people, they're going to look for themselves, right? So where they going, they travel into Thailand or different like places in the world to look for themselves. Usually they go to different monasteries and in the mountains among monks, or like. So one of those days, one of the teachers, she shared that she came to that one of the mountains I'm not sure exactly where it was in the world, but it was a monastery, and they accept like for her to stay over there, you know. And she said something amazing, like in the morning, what they do, they have a ritual. What they do, they enter in a room. There is the letters, you know, the Tetragrammaton on the wall. They look at the letters, they kind of meditate and bow and they leave. So she said to herself, listen, I'm coming from Israel and I have like this, like, you know, any Siddur, any prayer book, any, you know, everything that we do, we actually mention in these names. So what's the deal? What they're actually doing? And she asked over there the leader, and he told her, listen, yes, this is a very powerful name that we started our day by doing meditation with that name. It's the name of God. And where are you from? And she said, from Israel, from this, from that. So he told her, listen, so if you from Israel, you know, here you can reach a certain level of spirituality, and you should go back and study Kabbalah. He told her, imagine, like she went all the way to look for herself. I'm not sure if it was in Thailand, but one of those places. And he told her, you should go back and study Kabbalah. You know, she was amazed. Then, of course, she came back to Israel and she found, or somebody invite her, and she met Rav and Keren. And today she's Blenara, she's a teacher, she's a chevre. And different like stories about different people went to the East to look for themselves, because we know the East, it says in the Torah that Abraham, he gave the gifts to the East. And what was the gifts? It was different names from the 70 names of God. So they make those names to become their life. Like every day they using those names, you know. We sometimes, you know, we have more than just few names. We have a lot of names, much more than what they have. But unfortunately, we don't make it to be our life, the daily life, you know, to really to use it, not just when I'm doing the meditation, to use it like it says, והגית ביומם ולילה, it means like the Torah need to be in my mind, my thoughts, and my words 24/7, 24/7. So here the Rav says, you know, what Rav Branvan did, he opened a movement to bring back all of those that they not just left Kabbalah, left the source, they start to search in different places. And you know, many times we're doing like it's kind of spiritual shoppers, right? Spiritual shoppers. So when we already reach that level of connecting with Kabbalah, we need to make sure to stay on that ship, to stay on that road. But here Rav Asher say, the Rav shared that the Rav Branvan, he opened a movement to bring back the ones that they are very far from the light. משום שהם פשוט לא הרגישו את פנימות נשמת כלל ישראל, because they didn't, he says, why people leave that energy of connecting with the light of the Creator, because they don't feel the inner light of the souls. Like, you know, for us to cleave ourselves with the Creator, we need to feel it in our heart. We need to feel it in our soul, right? And sometimes we don't really go deep enough, or we don't do enough in a sense of changing ourselves to feel the light of the Creator. We can feel the light of the Creator when we actually prepare in our vessel, okay? בעת שאדמו"ר מורי זצ"ל קיבל את כתר הרבנות של ההסתדרות, החל הממסד הדתי בארץ להתנגד לאדמו"ר מזל. So Rav Branvan, he received the job to be the head of the union in Israel, and then the religious in Israel, they went against him. You know, how come he became the head of the union? Because he was a religious person, and we know that the union back at, you know, the union, it's for the religious people, it's a regular people that not really connecting with the light of the Creator. And also it was all of the kibbutzim, moshavim, all of those areas in Israel, most of them that they don't really not believe in the light, they're not keeping not Shabbat, not keeping holidays. Many of them were eating not kosher food. So how come he actually became the head of the union, right? להתנגד לאדמו"ר מורי זצ"ל ולהתנגש בו בטענה שהוא מכשיר את החילוניים. Because he actually working with those people that don't connect with the light of the Creator. הם סברו שאם יהודים אלו לא מחפשים את הדת בצורתה הקיימת, ואם רחוקים לא מעוניינים להיכנס לבית הכנסת כפי שהוא, אין כל סיבה ללכתכם. So they believe that if those people, they cannot or they don't want to connect in a regular way with religion, with going to a synagogue, so we don't need to do nothing to bring them closer. There's no reason to walk after them or to chase them to bring them closer. That's what they believe, the religion people. הדעה הרווחת הייתה שהחילונים מוכרחים לקבל את המסורת כמו שהיא, ואם לא, זו בעיה שלהם. Like their opinion was that those people need just to accept the idea of the tradition of religion the same way that it is, and if not, this is their problem. כבר בהקדמה לספרו השמטות הזוהר, כתב מורי על המצב הרוחני בין היהודים בכלל, already in the introduction for one of the books of Rav Brandwein, it's called Hashmatot HaZohar. Rav Brandwein already wrote about the situation, the spiritual situation that people have in general. It wasn't a very good situation. ועל המצב בארץ בפרט, and especially in the land of Israel. הוא ראה שרוב היהודים לא משתתפים בשבתות וחגים, וזה כאב לו. He saw that many people, they're not really like participating in holidays, in Shabbat, Saturday, in the prayers. And it's really hurt. It's really hurt, רב ברנדווין. לא מפני שנראה היה שהם לא מסכימים עם הממסד המסורתי, או שהאגו נפגם חס ושלום. He said not because they don't agree with the tradition, or because their ego, the ego been hurt. Like Rav Brandwein, he didn't feel that because they don't, he feel hurt, feel pain, not hurt, feel pain, not because they don't agree with the tradition or because his ego was damaged. He says not because of that, hurt. But he says, אלא האדמו"ר מורי זצ"ל הרגיש בליבו שהם לא נהנים מן הטוב שמוכן לפניהם ולכן כאב לו. But why he felt the pain, Rav Brandwein, he says, the Rav, because he feel in his heart that they don't enjoy the good that is in front of them. And this is why he feel the pain. Because we know when we connect with the light of the Creator, we're receiving all the good that the light have to give us, and first of all, we're going to feel it in our heart. And when we taste in that taste of goodness and joy from the light, a person is not going to leave it. He want to fight and continue to have more and more and more. And of course, the beginning we're receiving it, let's say in an easy way, just because we need to taste. But after, if you remember when you came to Kabbalah 1, you might have different miracles that happen to you, and you've been so excited because we have to taste from that light of miracles, light of the Creator. And now I need to earn it. So first we taste Him, now we need to earn it. אני זוכר כיצד אדמו"ר מורנו זצ"ל עשה את השבת בחיפה. Says, I remember when my teacher did the Shabbat in חיפה, תוך טיול רגלי פגש אדמו"ר את ראש העיר, מר אבא חושי, ז"ל מעשן סיגריה. So when we walked in Shabbat, we saw Abba Hushi. He was the mayor of Haifa, the city of Haifa in Israel. He was smoking a cigarette. So the Rav Brandwein asked the mayor, how are you? ובתום השיחה נפרד מראש העיר ברכת שבת שלום. And when they finished talking, he says, Rav Brandwein told him, שבת שלום. לאחר אותו השבת הלכתי עם אדמו"ר מורי זצ"ל לבקר את ראש העיר בחיפה. After that Shabbat, I walked, he says, Rav Brandwein met the mayor in the middle of the street in Shabbat. And then after that, after Shabbat, the Rav went with Rav Brandwein to visit the mayor in Haifa. מה רב חושי סיפר מורי זצ"ל שמאז שהוא פגש את מורי זצ"ל, הוא מספיק להשם בשבת. He says that, so the mayor told him, since I met you on that Shabbat, I stopped smoking on Shabbat. So, the Rav says, my teacher, he didn't answer like a regular rabbi. He says, because in the regular way we can say, I'm happy to hear that you stopped smoking on Shabbat. being excited about him, like stop smoking Shabbat. But the Kabbalist actually asks, what the Kabbalist asking? He says, why? And the mayor answer, I saw that Kvod Harav, he says he respect him as a rabbi, he says it's really painful for you that I'm smoking in Shabbat, but not because it's bothering you that I'm smoking Shabbat, but because of your care about on me, like because of my health. That maybe it's not good for me that I'm smoking in general, not just in Shabbat. So imagine just by asking one question, how are you? And then he told him Shabbat Shalom. He felt all of that. So Rav Brandwein didn't even give him the spiel of why or don't. It's good for you, for your health, nothing. Nothing. Pure love. Remember, Shabbat is pure love. Pure love. Rav Brandwein. Admor Mori, so he says, פעם אחרת הלכתי לבקר את מר יהושע לוי, מזכיר הסדות דאז, שהיה חילוני לגמרי. שאלתי אותו שאלה פשוטה, למה בחר את אדמו"ר להיות הרב הראשי של ההסתדרות? So then he says, in the other time, I went to visit Mar Yehoshua Levi, that he was the secretary of the union. And he asked him, he didn't believe in God, not just believe in God, he didn't really follow the tradition. So I asked him, why you choose my teacher, Admor, Rav Brandwein, to be the head rabbi of the union? Because he looked like a Hasidic rabbi, with all of those black clothing and with the hat. And the truth is, the name of Rav Brandwein was Ha'admor of Startin. It's a name, very elevated name, respectful name in the religion community. And the union is very, very far from any spark of religion. That they choose to do the dancing and the yearly feast, the drinking, when? In the day of Kippur. Can you imagine? They were so far that they used to do the dancing and the yearly feast and the drinking in the night of Yom Kippur. בנוסף לזה היה ברור לי שהם מכירים הרבה רבנים מודרניים או אפילו רפורמים שמתאים יותר, and I knew that they know more rabbis and even reform rabbis that they can be a good fit for the union, according the people that they don't really follow the laws of religion to be in that job. So why you choose my teacher, Rav Brandwein, to be the head of the union? So Mar Levi, Yerushalmi, Medeshev Dorot, he were in Jerusalem like 7 generations, Mar Levi, and he comes from a family, Orthodox family, from the Mea Shearim in Jerusalem. He answered without even thinking about the answer, like right away. He says that your question is not a question. There's no question over here even. He says, Rav Brandwein, he's not just a regular rabbi. He's not just a rabbi. He is a Kabbalist. And this is something totally different. That was his answer. אני מוכרח להתוודות שאז לא הבנתי את התשובה. So the Rav says, I really have to confess that back then, I didn't really get the answer. What he mean? Like, what's the difference? וזה היה בשנת, it was in the year of 1964. למרות ששניהם רחוקים מאוד בדעותיהם, בכל אופן הם היו ידידים נאמנים. Even though they were very far in their opinions, but they were loyal friends. We should understand, the Rav says, that I'm coming from a very, very religious environment, and from like yeshivot, like religious study houses. אף פעם לא פגשתי בן אדם כמו מר יהושע. I never met a guy like this guy, the secretary of the union, like מר יהושע לוי. אף פעם לא נתקלתי בתשובה כמו שלו. I never met an answer like his answer. So few points that we can actually connect and take to cleave ourselves with the root. First of all, we need really to appreciate that the Rav sharing with us those stories, to awaken at this level of appreciation that we are part of that lineage, part of that beautiful work that Rav Ashlag, Rav Brandwein, it starts from Rabbi Shimon, Rav Arei Kadosh, Rav Ashlag, Rav Brandwein, and Rav and Keren, and now it's Michael and Monica Blenera, that we want to connect ourselves, first of all, to awaken that energy of I want to be part of bringing souls closer to the light of the Creator. Just to have that thought, we're already going to meet different people in different situations, that the words will come from our mouths to bring them closer to that of the Creator. Second, the way that Rav Brandwein teaching us to do it, it's without trying to convince no one. Just to do what? To give pure love, pure care. Very simple. Simple love, simple care. That people will feel from our words the love in their heart. From our heart to their heart. So we don't want to talk from here, we want to talk from here, from the heart. And it's one of the main things that Rav Brandwein actually did with everyone. And when Mari Yehoshua Levi says he's not just a regular rabbi, he's a Kabbalist, because they didn't feel that Rav Brandwein is judging them. They didn't feel any judgments. They felt pure love. And when someone feels pure love, he will be willing to accept whatever we're going to share or tell him, and also he's going to accept upon himself with open mind, to have open-minded to create a change. So I think we should cleave ourselves back to the roots of the center, and to the roots of why our soul brings us here to the center. And for us to continue and staying connected and doing our spiritual work, we have to cleave ourselves and remind ourselves, about the lineage. We're part of that lineage. We're not just individuals that doing the spiritual work. We have behind us giants, Kabbalah giants, Kabbalah souls. It says the Zohar that the Kabbalists, they waiting for us, the righteous souls in the upper world, for us to ask for help. So we have to remind ourselves, one, to behave like them, to take the good and to start to change our attributes to better attributes, and to start to copy what they did, because we actually representing their work. It's not about us, it's about we letting their light to go through our vessel and to bring people close to the Creator. And the second, to remember to ask for help, to ask for guidance. So, and I hope we can, continue and read from that amazing introduction of the Rav, and more to cleave ourselves with the Kabbalist and the lineage. So let's open the mics and let's share Shabbat Shalom with everyone, and good luck with that spiritual work.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you,
Shabbat
teacher.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We love you, Michael.
We love you too, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
All the best.
Dale